So here we are during the off season, and people wonder what I do besides flying air shows. Well, during the off season, I own an aircraft maintenance facility. We sell and buy airplanes. We fix aircraft. We build airplanes, which is pretty cool. In fact, I got to think over the last couple of years, we've been pretty lucky. We had the chance to build John Klatt's Jet Wackle, sponsored by Jack Link's Beef Jerky. And before that, we ended up building Kyle Franklin's airplane, Dracula. Sorry, we've built so many airplanes. But building the aircraft, playing with aerobatic airplanes, that's a real passion of mine. I love doing that. So I deal with all kinds of fires all the time. Here I'm carrying this paperwork around, and this happens to be a customer of mine. He unfortunately has an engine problem and a prop problem, so I've got to make calls and get it arranged to get a new engine, get his prop repaired, pull the equipment, send it out, bring it back, put it back together, and get the airplane flying. But this is what I do during my off season, constantly putting out fires. Follow me. Bunch of Pitts parts here, because of course we are working on the Lucas Oil Pitts. And this is what we do every season too. We just got the engine back, had it gone through to make sure that everything was good on it. In fact, we did find a couple issues that would have been a problem this year if I would not have had it overhauled and looked at. But we go through everything. Go through all the brakes, brand new tires, check all the structural parts, make sure there's no cracks on anything. I beat the airplane up quite a bit. The bottom of this fuselage is totally open, so we're able to get in there and look at every little nook and cranny to make sure there's nothing that would cause any issue with me when I'm performing my aerobatics. It's an air show plane. It's got to be perfect. In the middle of this whole pile is the next airplane I'm going to build. And this was Bobby Youngkin's project before he died. And this is another Samson Pitts. It's going to be built as light as possible for the maximum performance we can get. We should have this aircraft finished by the end of the year, November, December. Then I'll move it down to Florida and I'll start practicing with it. I'm not excited, am I? Well, this happens to be a Starduster. We're working on this, going through an annual and making sure that all the fabric and everything's up to speed. Another airplane we're working on, 1980 421. And we're doing everything from interior work to touch-up paint. We replaced the right engine. We overhauled the both propellers. Even working on the wood table. My son has a part here to reconstruct to make it look a little nicer. This is what we do every day. We have 7 full-time mechanics. We're constantly working on GA aircraft, and when my aircraft roll in from the air shows, we're working on them, just like the 2-place Pitts. This is the aircraft we use to give VIP and media rides and the I Can program rides with kids. It's shiny, it's spotless, it's ready for the season. This is how they're supposed to look. When you show up to a show, you want it to be beautiful and you want it to be a great representation for your sponsor. So these guys do great work. I just bought this one to sell. It's an A36 Bonanza. And Dane, give us a wave. Dane's a high school student that comes in and works in the afternoons for us, and he's going through this airplane. By the time we're done cleaning this up, it'll look almost brand new. And I bought this aircraft about 2 weeks ago, and I'll probably be sold in about a month to 2 months. Go on to the next deal. We usually have about 4 to 6 airplanes that we're selling on a regular basis. Okay, so the most important part of the job here in this place, good coffee, great maintenance, West Metro Aviation. Oh yes, look at that. Steaming brew. So it's coffee break time. West Metro Aviation.